Hello. So today I wanted to discuss what are some of the benefits of purchasing an existing business versus doing a startup. The first reason is you know exactly what you're getting into. Once you found a business that you're interested in purchasing and the tax returns, the profit and loss statements, and the bank statements have been verified, you know exactly what you're getting into. You know how many customers you're expected to have, and you know how much income you're expected to have for the year. Versus when you do a startup, you can forecast and you can plan, but it's still uncertain as to how much income you're expected to have for the year. So it cuts all of the guesswork out of knowing how much income you're going to generate for the year. Also, you're not waiting for customers to become familiar with your location. If the business has been operating for some time, customers already know that you're there, they're familiar with your location. Also, timing becomes an issue. When you're doing a startup, you might need to do construction, you might need to build out the space. And we all know when you're doing construction, you might run across some issues or some hidden fees that you were unaware of. In some states, you might need to apply for variances with the zoning board or the planning board to put a business at a particular location. When you are applying for a variance, you might need to hire an attorney, or you might need to have some surveys done depending on what type of business you're looking to do. Also, the licenses are just transferred from one person to another, depending on what license is required to start that business or own that business. And then next we have, it's a proven concept. If the business has been operating for 3 to 5 years, you know that that business is going to work at that location. Versus when you're doing a startup, you're kind of gambling with the idea that that industry is going to work at that location. So it's a proven concept when you're purchasing an existing business. And then next we have, and most importantly, is funding. Lenders prefer to finance existing businesses versus startups for all of the reasons that I listed before. It's a proven concept. They know that the business is going to work. They know the numbers. They know how much income you're expected to have. And also you're more likely to be able to repay the loan amount on an existing business versus a startup because the numbers are already there. And then lastly, we have, it's less cash up front for you to purchase an existing business versus you doing a startup. So you would need anywhere between 10 and 20% of the total financed amount of the business that you're going to purchase. So with some businesses, the seller might finance a portion of the business and they'll just have a seller carry note. So it's just 10% or 20% of the finance amount. Those are all of the benefits that I have of purchasing an existing business versus doing a startup.